Hi,
Hi.
I'm God.
And what do we do the pleasure?
Very big pleasure. A very, very big pleasure. I got a gift for the big man.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what it is.
Yes, and I prefer that I meet with him post haste. So I'm going to ensure that he's not really busy right now, is he?
He's always busy, but I suppose we can make time for you
Of
if I
course.
have to.
Of course. That's splendid. How about this? You go on out there. We'll meet up with you in just a moment.
Joy.
So tell me, who the fuck's that one?
One of the Overlords, sir. Velvet?
Velvet. Overlord. So does she run down here, or...
All I've been told is she runs the social media industry across this shithole.
I see. I like that. They really do got a good taste for color down here. I love that.
The TV man runs this whole building.
And what's his name?
Vox.
Vox. Right. Perfect. He seems like a very egotistical chap.
Probably the worst of all of them, sir.
Perfect. I think he'll fit in just fine with what we're gonna have for him. Let's go.
Go in.
Perfect. Oh my. This office is bigger than mine. I love the decor. So, I want to ask for the record. Do you know who I am?
I've been told.
I bet. Well, I'm God, and this is my associate, Lute. The head exorcist that was trying to start up all the ruckus a couple of weeks back.
Oh, I'm very well aware. I did catch it all on film after all.
The pleasure's all hers, but I'm here to speak with you, big man, personally.
Oh, what brings God to my doorstep?
The story of the century. The story that would put the V's well on notice. The one story that could really cause a lot of ruckus for Charlie and her little friends down at that hotel. Now, I understand that you may be a big man, that you got your own little plans wanting to be ready for them. But the story I have to tell, it's a killer.
Tell me all about it.
It's a very, very big one. Isn't it, Lil?
Yes, sir.
This is the story of your King of Hell, Lucifer Morningstar, or how he is actually like to be called, Samael, the fallen angel and the light bringer, the one that brought all the light and second chance and opportunity for people down here. So, as I wanted to start off with this story, if you have any questions yourself, my good man, I'd be happy to answer.
I'll keep that in mind.
Perfect. So,
We really have to do this.
No, Velvet, we totally have to. This could be the story of the century. Put us in power once and for all.
yes, it will. It involves well, let's start with Charlie's little mother, Lilith. You all know her. She's the queen of the underworld. The one that came down with Sammy and tried to start off this whole little revolution. She brought a lot of change from what I heard. Helping people, helping the family, helping Sam, getting this big whole empire thing of his going. She done so much. She was truly an inspiring person. I heard wasn't she really good with her voice? She was a singer, wasn't she?
I believe so.
Yes. Oh, the amount of times that she would sing. She had the voice of a true angel. But it's a shame that deep down inside she knew what she really was.
What was that?
A byproduct to keep a fat, disgusting sweat of a man happy. So let me tell you about Adam there, my good man. Adam, he was such a fucking crybaby. He was such a loser. He just wouldn't stop complaining about wanting more and more and more and more. And as I wanted to try and perfect everything that I wanted to give for all the people, he just kept getting in my way. So I decided to give him something to keep him occupied. I took a piece of his rib and then poof, his own personal toy that was 7 foot tall and had a hell of a beautiful face. That is what Lilith was originally made for. She was an object to be used to shut a crying, horny little man up. And here's the best part about with all that. You see, I heard through the grapevine from what she told me, nobody respected her when, even though she did so much down here, nobody gave her the respect. It was always Lucifer. It was always Sammy. It was always the devil. His big old ego. Oh my God. I thought some of the other people at Charlie's Hotels had egos. He was the biggest one of them all. No wonder why he's the one that leads all the 7 ones, right? He's the pride one, isn't he? Right. And he wanted so much, and he just didn't care about who he had to deal with to get it. Sammy, he thought he hit the jackpot with Lilith. Here's another fun little secret.
Do tell.
Lilith was my property. I made her just like how I made Adam. I gave them both the opportunity to find ways to create humanity, but technically, the process of them doing it There's a difference between... How do I put this? There's a difference between completing the cycle and just doing the action, if you catch my drift, right?
Yes, I understand completely.
So, neither of them couldn't complete the process without my naysay. That's the thing with the first man and woman. They were prototypes. I still had to tinker and tackle and hit them both. And Lilith realized that she couldn't really have a baby. She couldn't really fulfill the need that Sammy wanted, and Sammy felt very disappointed in that. What kind of a man does that to a woman? Just uses them for his own benefit, his own ego. What kind of sinners like that would they be wanting to have down here? And that's a thing that he always was when he was younger. He always wanted everyone to acknowledge how good he was. Perfect at everything. And it just got on everybody's nerves. He wanted more. He wanted it all. Hell, if he wanted, he wasn't going to be able to have my spot. He was good with his tongue. That's the best part about people with egos. They know how to talk. Sammy was a really good talker growing up. Tried to get a lot of people to think that nobody believed him. He just wanted change. He thought everything that we were doing was the wrong way. And then he had the gall to start lying and telling people that I'm the evil one, that heaven was the evil one. Even though I want to say for the record, when he was talking around with all that, I wasn't even there.
My goodness.
Yes. And Sammy. He had he had a good plan trying to get her out, but keeping her around, that was the hard part. I'm sure that you've met plenty of people down here, both of you included, the type of characters that are around down here. The type of people that only care about one thing, and that's themselves. Don't give two shits about anybody else. You're the one in control. It's unfortunate that no one gave her that respect. And not only that, I didn't know that Adam did all of his bad stuff to her. I'll admit that. That's my fault. And I feel very, very, very regretful for all that happening. I wish she came to me. I wish Sammy came to me. I would have done so much against with Adam. But nevertheless, he takes her, sends her off down. They try this whole empire. And just imagine. Well, let me ask you both this question. If you try so hard to get people to notice you, try to get people to acknowledge your respect, to try and earn your respect, and nobody gives two shits about it, what can you do? What's the point of even trying, am I right?
I don't mean to, interrupt your monologue of bullshit, but what is the point?
My point, my dear, this is the story of the century here that I want to give you. The fact that Lilith and Lucifer Morningstar and the whole Morningstar family is nothing but a deadbeat lie. Charlie Morningstar is not the child of Lilith and Lucifer Morningstar. What if I told you both that Charlie is the child of the embodiment of evil itself?
I'd say you have a hell of a story there.
Indeed I do, my good man. When I made Eden, I needed something to help keep my knowledge and help those two down there. So I made a guide. I made a helping hand. Many people hear her of many different names. I like to have called her Eve, but time passed and everybody picked different names. It all broke and tore apart. Eventually, my perfect Garden of Eden was destroyed. But my number one little helper stayed around. Her name is Rue. She is a pretty big cat around on these parts for what I've heard. Isn't that right, Lou?
Yes, sir.
So tell me, Lou, tell me. What can we tell these kind folks about with Rue? How about we explain to them, how can she be so important? Do you want to tell them the story about how Lucifer came to her, begging for help? Or do you want me to?
He begged her for a child.
Tell me more.
The floor is yours, Lou.
She was made from the very fruit that deceived both. That deceived the human, Eve. An apple that grew into a baby. And that was the deal. To constantly take and take.
And with that, Sammy had an heir. All the problems were settled. Until they weren't. Lilith had enough. She couldn't trust Sammy anymore. They fought a lot. She even took Charlie away from him. For how long was it? Did she leave now? How long was it that Lilith left? 7 years?
Yes, sir.
7 years. And leaving her own child off on her own. You could tell that she wasn't really that well good of a mother. She tried her best. Charlie, at a very young age, was very, very emotional, I would like to say. Very angry. I have pictures, too, that I would love for the both of you to see.
I'd love to see.
We'll have her send them to you. But throughout that 7 years at that start, when she left, she finally felt free. She came to me. She asked for me to return. She begged her father to take her back. And I did. And since then, I've been giving her the best life that she could have ever wanted. Away from the terrifying liars that is men. It's such an unfortunate set of circumstances of what happened. And I guess the main reason why I wanted to tell this story was so the underworld can truly feel what truth looks like. And since I'm God, I got no reason to lie. Something you wanted to say, my dear?
Oh, no, not at all. Please continue.
I want them to know what truth really looks like. The only way that you can truly feel like you deserve a second chance at life is fully accepting the truth of what you are. You are only protected by a lying family and a bastard heir. Now, do you have any questions that you'd want to ask me, my good man?
Questions. Let's see. So many I could ask. I guess the most important one would be, why tell us of all people? I mean, we may own the media and all the news, but isn't Charlie still family?
She is family. There's a thing that I like. Family don't end in blood. But
And families don't start uprisings.
exactly. Technically, she may be a part of her, may be with me. But as long as she doesn't accept the truth, I can't really accept her as one of my own. And so the reason I come to you guys about this is because I know that the gracious things that you do here, the stuff you run, you really know how to touch the hearts of the people. You know how to get to the people. You know how to get to them good and hard. Which is why I trust you to deliver out this story for everyone to see.
It would be my honor and pleasure. Now, more pressing issue would be, what happens if Lucifer, or should I say, Samuel, comes over here and decides that I need to be removed out of the picture because of this little stunt we're about to pull?
Well, unfortunately, Sammy would be too busy worrying about the other little things that he'll have to deal with when that stuff comes out, such as the fact you're recording, right?
I haven't stopped.
Good. Sammy, if you're watching this, Mama wants her kid back. So, she'll be a little busy handling with that. And plus, the people out there, they are, what's the word, unpredictable, dangerous, violent, terrifying.
Monsters.
That's the word. Those types of monsters, when they realize that the person that wants to change them is no more than a bastard child of the most evil thing down here, they're gonna be very concerned. What makes them think that they're gonna be used? Gonna be targeted next? Gonna be, well, it'll be hell on earth. Hell would freeze over. It would be very chaotic. So I would think Sammy will have a lot there to worry about with that to, well, handle with that.
That is very true. However, your graciousness, They could always just say I faked it, and just have me at gunpoint and just make me lie and say that it was all not true. How can I guarantee that your story will remain truthful if I'm not protected?
If it's protection you want, rest assured you will be protected. And to sweeten the deal to ensure the truth, how about I bring Rue herself? You will get an interview with me and Rue. Any questions you want, we'll answer, and we'll lay it all out on the table.
Fantastic. The scoop of the century. Isn't that great, Velvet?
It's wonderful.
Sure hope you agree. Thank God Val isn't here.
Well, I guess we are. You got everything that you need, and I trust that you'll be wanting that interview.
Most definitely.
I think I can fit her in, and he did it with your schedule. But before I head myself off, my dear, you're the one that makes fashion and designs around here, yes?
Of course.
I would like to have a brand new set of wares for me. I'll speak about it within the next few days to tell you all the details that I want with that, alright?
If I must. But it comes at a hefty price.
Trust me, we can afford it. But one last thing. I may give all with this. I may be open out and all this, laying this out on the table. But there's one thing I want to make sure. If I get any unfortunate accidents coming from you or her, I'm afraid you will not like how it ends. And trust me, she may have failed last time, but rest assured my new number one gal here will be more than happy to let you know just who the fuck she is. We understand each other?
Oh, absolutely. You thought the angelic security was actually going to happen? That's just a PR stunt to keep the little sinners hopeful.
Herding your sheep.
Counting your eggs before they hatch is very important.
Suppose not all of you are brainless.
And that's why we're gonna get along just fine. Come, my dear. Let us head out. Until we meet again, my good man.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was all said and done. This is almost gonna be too easy.
And when do we actually get to slaughter them, sir?
They need to be broken first. That's the missing key ingredient that you and Adam fucked up with last time. Rest assured, it ain't gonna happen with me. Rue will play her part, and you will get your revenge. And I will get Adam.
Yes, sir.
Make sure when you're speaking with those two dumb little shitheads, you get access to all of these little cameras and security. I want eyes and ears everywhere. I want my guy back. We clear?
It will be done.
Good. Until then, we wait. All good things comes to those who wait.